Sunday, for Tokyo!
Now a play fake here on first down. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it's a second down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. The first carry for Josh Adams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Good chip.
From midfield, here's Wentz. And a reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On first down, Wentz. Pass incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to launch this thing. Wait, got him in. Open, it's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, 31 yards. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Elliott now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They go play action here on first down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Michael Bannon in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, it's Jackson. It's caught left side by John Brown. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you'd gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Philly's offense getting the ball again here in just a second. But if you look at the NFC picture as a whole, a lot of talk, understandably so, about the Rams and the Saints, the Panthers even. But what kind of chance do you give the Eagles of getting back to the Super Bowl?
I give them a good chance because Carson Wentz continues to get better coming back from the knee injury. They made the deal to get Golden Tate, which gives him another weapon at receiver, and that's starting to get better for them. Zach Ertz has been tremendous at tight end. They need to get healthier in the offensive line, get that back intact, and that defense can be very, very good, especially Fletcher Cox wrecking things from his defensive tackle position.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Sunday! Hey, Ford, Tokyo!
On second down, here's Wentz. It's complete to Golden Tate. And down he'll go at the 25. First catch so far for Tate, and he's got a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Wentz now on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And now it's second down. Charles, I want to go in a different direction for a second, talk about Le'Veon Bell, because the November 13th report date has come and gone. He's still not with the Steelers. Now, the good news, though, Le'Veon Bell not there, but James Conner has been good in his stead.
He certainly has, and we have to think now that maybe we won't see Le'Veon Bell in a Pittsburgh Steelers uniform, ever again. And that's for another day.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be second and a couple. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field.
And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem. At all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
82, 82. Black.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Lucky 56. 36.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Ty Montgomery, 26 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On second down, Smallwood. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Well, the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd down.
Could be a blitzer.
Sunday. Ram. Trey 15.
Working from the gun, Wentz. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. As Baltimore's offense makes their way back on the field, Charles, wanted to ask you about their running game. I mean, really, the offense has had some issues, but the running game needs to be picked up, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Alex Collins, who had such a big year last season, Buck Allen, both of them trying, but the running game does need to get kick-started. So it's a low-risk trade for Ty Montgomery getting him from Green Bay. I think we're going to get him for a 27th round pick. But he has experience running the football with Green Bay. And remember, he came into the league as a receiver, so he can help open up the offense in a number of ways, not to mention his kick return ability as well.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Michael Crabtree there. And that'll bring up second down. Well, Week 12 in the NFL, also Thanksgiving week, and 3 games on Thanksgiving. We know about Chicago and Detroit, Washington, and Dallas. Don't forget about the third and final game on Turkey Day, just as the early Black Friday shoppers are lining up. Atlanta, New Orleans.
And those Black Friday shoppers will be throwing serious elbows about the time this bad boy kicks off. Now, think about this weekend, or think about this Thanksgiving. It has the feel of a college rivalry weekend, doesn't it? Every game, intense rivalry. Chicago, Detroit, Washington, Dallas, and now this one, Atlanta, New Orleans. These two don't like each other very much. A huge game in the NFC South. Can't wait to watch this one. Matt Ryan, Drew Brees matching each other throw for throw.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Mike Bennett in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. And a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic. This is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
Man open left side is Brown. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Set.
On third down, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Hard throw, incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Now it's Tate. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Wentz to throw on second down. Caught right side, Tate. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Go, go.
Wentz now on first down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. C.J. Mosley coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Now Wentz throwing on second down. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. Into the red zone. Wentz. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out first and 10. Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touch. Back as that sails over the end line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Ah!
Third quarter starting with a run from Montgomery. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Patriot! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Gone!
On 2nd down, Jackson steps away. Now the ball comes loose, but it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Gone! Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit! Gone!
To throw on 3rd down. Jackson, he uncorks it for Snead. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. touchdown. Willie Snead, 72 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Wentz. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage.
Well, so many times defensive backs get caught playing the man rather than the football, but not in this case. That's an excellent play. Did exactly what you're supposed to do. Attack the football and help break up the pass.
And, yep, as a result, knocks it down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. They do go for it. It's Wentz. And Tate's got it. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll run it now out of the gun. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Come on now. Let's go. Here's 5-2.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. An Eagle first down there, Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On first down, Adams. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing now is Wentz. Ertz has it left side. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Run. 82-40.
Back now in Baltimore. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. The Eagles on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go. 81.
Now Wentz. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
81.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. Aguilar has it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. Wentz now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. A carry for Adams. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Wentz to throw. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And the Ravens taking the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
3-19.
He finds an opening past the 40. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
You know, as a defensive guy, I don't normally do this, Brandon, but a tip of the cap to the offensive coordinator. Design quarterback run at this stage of the 4th quarter when I expected him to throw the ball, and he got a 1st down.
Yeah, trailing this stage of the 4th quarter. Picked up the 1st, stopped the clock, too.
Yeah, sometimes there's some guts in play calling when you go against the grain because you know you could easily be criticized if it doesn't work out.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Long in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Back 99 Philly, here we go. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Michael Crabtree, the intended receiver, third down here. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that was a young pup, the rookie, being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field, where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
To throw, it's Wentz. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Wentz to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The veteran Eric Weddle there to break that one up.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches have told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
We're good. 3-5-7. Great.
Now Wentz. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Now Brown. And that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense now with a short field ahead. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and they're going to have a third down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
The Ravens on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. He can run for it, and he will. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This to potentially send us to overtime. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Back to throw, Wentz. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. Detroit.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Chris Moore was the intended target. And it's second down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Jackson. Carrying one deep for Crabtree. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The veteran Rasul Douglas able to break that one up. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
16. Watch 16. He likes to go for the sideline. Come on. Gun. Mike, number 53.
Now Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. This from long, very long range. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the fourth quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.